baseball fans, and welcome. The show brings you a matchup of division rivals. It's the Chicago White Sox and the Detroit Tigers. First pitch coming at you right after the break. Just about set to go, and today's starting pitcher, Jackson Jobe. What do you have on him, Singy?
It's a tough veteran lineup on the other side, but I'm excited to see what this rookie...
It is the youngster Jackson Jobe getting the start here in this series finale with Chicago, looking for a turnaround for Jackson.
And that is downstairs.
Rough starts for him. I mean, he faced Seattle in the first game of that series and just got rocked up a little bit.
And that's
fastball is in from Jobe.
It's 1-1.
Now, I'm really hoping Jackson is able to have a good start to the year so we can get a little bit of more control on his pitches. Even though this is the I'm done trying to dot a Nat's ass guy.
Up and out of the zone since you're heading to count 1-2. Don't miss
1-2 on Rojas.
That's where you get hurt.
Oh boy. Deep fly ball. McKinstry got a good jump on it, and at the warning track, Zach will bring it in. That's entirely on me. Motor City Kitties. Yeah, you're probably right. Detroit teams just can't get away from the Motor City stuff.
Austin
Nobody
Slater
can.
stands in. He's got 4 hits in the series on 9 at-bats.
Well, we held Austin Slater down a little bit from what he did in the first game yesterday.
And that's in for a strike. 1 out, base is empty.
Tigers home opener, Austin Slater was doing his best for the White Sox. Him and Robert, good fastball from Jobe. And the sweeper should be a whole hell of a lot less dangerous against these righties. Sweeper, good pitch, taken.
I don't know how you take that one after the called strike on the corner, just a little bit off the edge.
Next pitch is outside.
Well, might have to come back inside. Jobe only a 4-pitch pitcher. It's a little bit tough. Good cutter. Sawed him off. That's to McKinstry again.
And there's 2 down.
2 outs in the inning, both to right field, and Zach McKinstry, who started every game this series. With the holes in the outfield due to injury right now, I mean, McKinstry's probably going to get a good chunk of action out there. Missed that fastball high. That fan walking up the steps there, his pretzel just disappeared and it distracted me. Cutter is fouled away by Tauchman.
2 outs.
Oh, on the ground, Trace Sweeney. Backhand play. And a 1-2-3 inning for Jackson Jobe. Some hard contact from the leadoff hitter on a bad sweeper, but Jobe does the job. Malloy, Carpenter, and Green back out there. This lineup has done so good through the first 2 games of this series. We see Drew Thorpe, 5 2/3 in his first start. High walk rate, higher than his strikeout rate. So that's an interesting note, especially for a Tigers team that we took, I don't even know, 5 walks at least yesterday.
Justin Henry Malloy. Way high there.
So the first at-bat yesterday for Malloy kind of gave that up a little bit. Swung at a bad second pitch. Be a lot more selective, hopefully, this time around. Now, that would have been a good pitch to swing at, but the first time we've seen that fastball, he does not have a great one.
He's not going to swing that early in the count.
Good take bonus, even on a strike? Yeah, you can. Fouled it away. A changeup just dropped off. Pretty good one from Drew Thorpe. He is a 5-pitch pitcher. He's going to have some nasty stuff that can break away from these righties.
The 1-2.
Just missed with a fastball.
Part of the plate.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Wouldn't be surprised to see slider, cutter, sweeper, really anything.
And it
Fouled
remains
it away.
2-2.
Really slow slider when guys in the majors these days have more power sliders than we've ever seen before. High 80s, even low 90s. And that one at 79. Ooh. just a tricky little cutter.
Good hitting the baseball the other way.
Tricky little cutter, and as this game goes along, we'll hopefully be able to time that up. We went through the same problem yesterday with the White Sox bullpen.
Next to the plate is the Tigers DH, Kerry Carpenter.
Kerry Carpenter.
A significant factor in the series with
308
7 runs driven in.
Average. 4 days removed from not having a hit.
Missed with a changeup, and that's ball 1.
A little bit of a rougher day yesterday for Carpenter, but he was still able to add on a hit late. Oh.
And there's a foul ball.
Did they? Your agent doesn't, like, contact you mid-season anymore and see if you want out? Not like it ever really worked anyway, but I wish that there was a button for that, like, all the time. And if they say no, then you have to wait, say, a couple months, try and do it again until you get out. But, yeah, I don't want to be stuck in Pittsburgh for 6 seasons either. Fouled it away. Good changeup down and away there from Thorpe. Just fluttered. Everything slow from Drew Thorpe. Went with the elevated change. Certainly was expecting cutter there. Cutter up and in on Carp. Gonna be a neutralizer. In the air, right field. He's hit it pretty well. Down the right field line. Looking up is Tuckman. Kerry Carpenter. Sky-high home run to right. And the way he started this series is the way he starts the finale. Solo shot for Kerry Carpenter. Up to 5 home runs on the year now. Fouled off a good chunk of pitches there. I don't know. The wind must be blowing out to right. I think that ball probably carried a little bit differently than how they have really the rest of the series. But, man, oh, man. No, that cut through the wind. Oh, my goodness, Carp. A little bit of a rough series for Riley Green, however. Still a good start to the year.
Strike on the inside corner.
Yeah, that's been out of the game for, yeah, like you said, a while. I do wish they would bring that back.
And delivers outside.
It's like when I did a road to the show and I was stuck on Cleveland. And I tried and tried and tried to get traded. Team wasn't doing anything. There was no reason for them to keep me. And they did. They did. And so I eventually simulated until I could leave. Ooh. Greenlit ourselves there on the fastball. Slightly out in front on it. 1-2 on Green.
One down, base is empty.
Fouled it away again. Cutter slowed it down. Certainly felt slower. Tried to adjust. Still wasn't really anywhere close. What's turning into a long inning for Drew Thorpe.
That's a little bit low.
2-2 the count.
We'll see if we get a payback for that. That's a pretty good pitch. Stone cold take. In the air, center field. Riley Green is giving one a ride. It'll be caught by Robert at the warning track. deepest part of the yard for Riley Green.
Their opponent on the mound today does run into some trouble finding the strikes.
Damn it.
Time. So Singy, you got to figure part of the plan, be patient, be selective today.
Yeah, you know coming in, regardless of, you know, what that first inning's going to look like, you know his history. You don't
well, so it's funny you mention that, because when I did simulate to just get out of Cleveland, I never signed a contract over a year. Bounced around. It's fun playing with a whole bunch of different teams. That wasn't on stream, though. Ball one to Torque. What a day yesterday. 2 home runs. Drove in 4. 20th pitch of the inning here for Drew Thorpe.
2-0. Offering upstairs.
2 balls, no strike.
Couple of hard hit balls by the Tigers stars this inning. 3-0.
Another ball.
There are lots of pitches thrown in this first inning. It's kind of that nightmare scenario for starting.
Taken all the way here.
It's still early enough. He can settle in. He can get some length if he just cleans up his mechanics a little bit.
So we'll extend the inning, and here comes Colt Keith.
He did not take the bat off his shoulder the entire at bat.
0 swings there for Torque.
Colt Keith up now.
See if we can gap something with
Cole.
Cole.
Stars in the win yesterday.
Right back up the middle. It's off the pitcher Thorpe's head, and we are out.
Get the third out. The inning is over.
Oh my God! Andrew Vaughn's frozen in time. We lost cabin pressure so quickly. Back when Drew Thorpe was still alive, Kerry Carpenter took him deep. Oh.
And we're back. Top of the second. Here's the
You know what the worst part is?
Luis Robert Jr.
Injuries in this franchise are on manual, so he's going to continue. Oh my God, do I even want to watch this in real time? Do I even want to do it? Oh boy. Well, here we go. Oh! Oh, no! You can't be serious. Where did this catch him? Is it just right off the forehead? Where's the ball? Where's my cursor? Oh, yeah, you know... I mean, his cap's destroyed... But it actually did not hit him in the face. That's good enough for me. It's good to go.
Joe back to work. And
Cutter will just miss from Joe as we try and regain some control here.
In 2021.
Fastball called there for Joe.
It's a tough pitch, but in terms of the best pitch you're going to get in the at-bat, that fastball.
Change up, a rocket to center.
Lead
Leadoff single for Luis Robert as he crushes us yet again.
Seems like he got exactly what he was looking for right there. Just a cookie down the middle. I mean, those are the ones you dream about. Ones in the cage, you're just hoping you get in the ball game. Right down the middle, not a whole lot of velocity.
Not a very good pitch there from Jackson.
Benintendi. They try to get him into motion.
Fastball a little bit high, but a good one.
0-1. Robert gets his lead at first with nobody out.
In the dirt. Robert does not go. A good block from Jake Rogers. Cutter laid on it was Andrew. Fouled away. That's a choice.
The 1-2.
Oh, that one does beat Jake. Robert going to advance without a throw, at least to second base.
Position on the wild pitch, and there goes the double play possibility.
Definitely trying to work down and get that double play ball, but it got away enough to erase any chance of that. Good job.
Well, here we go.
In the scoring position. Now a hit could make that wild pitch really sting.
And that misses. Counts full, 3-2.
Good pitch from
Well, the best way
Job,
to
just
shake off
missed.
Yesterday's struggles is to get on the board early.
Wow, he
You gotta
took
get
it.
in
Oh, my
position.
goodness.
You gotta find a way here to get him in.
Next to hit, Andrew
Oh, that
Vaughn.
could be a big
One
win.
run batted
Here's
in
Andrew
yesterday.
Vaughn,
Their
who just
only run of the game.
got the out after his pitcher died.
First
Took
pitch
that one.
misses.
Ball one,
One
no
out
strike.
and a runner at second.
AL Comedy Central living up to its name here. Swing and a miss. Nasty cutter.
Ugly
How
swing
did
right
golf
there.
go? Terribly. Very similar to the players. I got dealt with nasty 10 to 15 mile an hour winds. And at San Antonio, that's just killer. Popped
In the
up
air,
to center.
field.
I don't think Robert's going to be on the move here.
Green
No.
pulls it down and he makes the catch. 2 away now.
It's hard enough to hit a fairway at TPC San Antonio.
The second baseman. Sosa.
But when you add in the
And
wind,
now
it's
here
damn near
is
impossible.
Lenny
And really
Sosa.
hitting fairways wasn't that big of our problem. It was towards the end of the round, but mainly it was just our approaches. We weren't putting ourselves close enough for birdie chances.
Ball one, no
And then at the
strikes.
very end of the round, the guy from 4th place went like 5 under through 3 holes and all of a sudden was in the lead and never looked back.
Late swing fouled off.
Yeah, it was a debacle.
Man at second. That
Sweeper,
one misses.
Lenine
and it's 2-1.
Sosa
Two balls,
does
one
not
strike.
bite. But yes, we did kill a pitcher. You just missed that.
Just missed.
3-1.
Colson Montgomery.
I really
Moving
would
on deck
much
circle,
rather
hoping to get a chance to
deal
make a
with
big impact
Sosa
here.
here. On the ground. Oh, Javi, what a play! Throw to first is in time. Javi Baez
He's a gold glover.
saves a run.
Push that leather around and make everybody excited. Nice job to end the inning.
And welcome back to the
Leading up
ballpark.
for the
Now at the
Tigers,
plate,
the
Zach
right fielder.
McKinstry.
Well, this game is just seen at all. We've only played an inning. Well, an inning and a half. Zach McKinstry leads off. Drew Thorpe, okay. And again, the reason for that, manual injuries are on for this franchise, so we can injure players when they do get hurt IRL for the Tigers. Drew Thorpe will continue. Now, granted, Ball did hit the bill.
Missed with a
Hit the
changeup.
bill of his cap, didn't
And
hit him
that
square
is
in the
ball
face.
one.
Like I thought it did. So, Drew Thorpe with a new cap after the bill was likely ripped off. McKinstry
Foul ball
fouled
there.
away. Good day for Zach McKinstry yesterday. It was a pretty good day for just about everybody in the Tigers order.
Here's a 1-1.
Rocket
Fouled
foul.
off to the right.
Timing's coming a little bit closer. Just not quite there yet.
Fouls it off. Still
That was
1
a
and 2.
good foul
This
off
guy's
there.
seen 2 changeups in a row.
Had to
Could be a
sit
little
there, wait on
vulnerable
it.
for a
Actually
fastball
waited a
right here.
bit too long. 1 and 2. Could see some heat. Maybe something breaking in.
Here's a 1-2.
Change
Foul
up
off.
again.
And they'll do it again.
Drew Thorpe's in love with it. That was a whole lot better, but McKinstry, of course, had to reach for it. 4 change-ups in the AB. Ground ball,
On the
first
ground,
base
right
side,
side.
Vaughn.
Takes it himself.
One away.
Leadoff man retired here in the second.
Batting 7, the catcher, Jake Rogers.
Well, Mr. Rake Rogers.
Jake Rogers. Big
What a day he
mark
had yesterday.
afternoon
6
as he knocked in
RBIs.
6.
It is second home run of the year as well. Ooh. I thought we got a changeup. We did not. A sweeper instead. Oh,
You'll one. He swings and fouls one off.
couple of good swings here by Rogers. with some hittable pitches. Jake just not able to time or at least barrel one up yet. So 2, we'll see what we see. Down low.
And that skips into there.
Sweeper pretty much just throwing like a standard curveball. 1 and 2. Ah, a little bit too close. Couldn't wait back on it. Second strikeout of the day for Drew Thorpe. Tigers have 1 hit so far. Solo shot for Carpenter in the first inning.
And what happens is because of the pressure, you end up committing to
I tried to check so bad.
Recognize what it is, and that's what leads to this.
He's got so many pitches that will break in on these lefties that you do kind of have to guess a little bit. 1 and 1.
Offering misses, and now it's even 1 and 1.
29 hits in the series. 6 of them have left the yard. That doesn't seem right. That doesn't seem right at all. Carpenter has 4 this series. Torque hit 2 yesterday. And so did Jake Rogers. In the air, high fly ball to center, and Robert carrying a bit. Decent contact from Sweeney. Too bad he skied it to the moon. We will head to the 3rd. Pitcher's duel in the early going. 8-9-1 for the White Sox.
Back here in Detroit, top half of the 3rd inning. There's the shortstop.
So here's Colson Montgomery. Had a solid opener to this series. Really hasn't been much of a factor since. That fastball was abysmal. Cutter on the ground, Baez. Infield has been tested a little bit more here in this game than it had been previously. And you know what the beautiful thing is that we finally turned off auto shift, I think after the Seattle series. So we don't have to get burned on that anymore. It is going to be pretty rare that I ever really want to deploy a shift. Oh my God, he didn't go. Good call from the ump. We shall see. Replay seems to think so, and yes, indeed. Dice holds up. 1 and 1. Good fastball. A dive from Trey Sweeney. Oh, this infield today.
That's a great play. Look at the commitment to make the play. Down in the
Baez and now Sweeney with outstanding plays on the left side.
Outstanding job.
So the batting order turns over.
Oh.
And here is Josh Rojas.
It's Josh Rojas.
Check swing. And
Gotta save that clip too.
0-1.
That one's more impressive than the Baez play, simply because I actually did have to manually dive there for that one. Swing and a miss. Good change-up. Jackson Joe.
With that arm action.
Hanger right back to Joe. 1-2-3 go the White Sox. A 1-0 lead is good enough for now. I don't know if it's going to be good enough for the rest of the day. White Sox do have a couple hitters that can get you. 9-1-2 due up for Detroit.
Back at Comerica Park. Javi Baez digs in right side.
Well, we'll see Javi Baez. Coming off a couple rough games at the plate for him. However, he's still been getting at least a hit generally per game, and I mean, there's a reason we're keeping him in the lineup. Look at the average to start the year.
There's a strike.
Didn't matter. Oh, and 1 on Javi. Just missed with the changeup. I say just missed
1-1.
by a good 6 inches. The pitch count for Drew Thorpe could become a little bit of a concern if we just were a little bit more selective here from the 3rd inning onward.
Next pitch misses way outside.
And, I mean, it's not like he's really making it all that difficult. We've had a couple bad chases, couple pitches that we didn't really have any business trying to go after.
And that gets the top of the zone for a strike.
Look pretty good as far as being in the strike zone, but I'm sure as
Tough
not too good
there.
where it was located.
You certainly
Very
don't
top
like
of the strike zone,
what you're
away.
seeing here. It's hard to really argue too hard about either one of the calls, but you'd hate to go down 0-2 like that. Baez to right field.
That one finds its way through.
Flashing the leather at 3rd. Starting his day with a single.
Love how he let that ball travel.
How about it,
Trusted his
Javi?
hands. Nice job of going the other way.
Back to the top of the Detroit order.
Second Tigers hit.
Strikeout
Strikeout for Justin Henry Malloy's first time. Ground ball. Oh, I thought he was going to have to dive. Malloy ain't quick.
That's a double play.
That is his second double play of this series.
From start to
The
finish.
designated hitter.
Malloy is just one of the most curious players, I think, on this team.
Now the number
He
2
hits
hitter,
everything
Terry Carpenter.
solid,
He's already homered here in this one.
but sometimes the results aren't there. I mean, that's baseball, but we shouldn't be hitting everything solid with a guy like Justin Henry Malloy, I don't think. Well, here's Carpenter. Battled until he got a hanging changeup. And he skied to right. Ball
Pitch
one.
misses inside, and that's ball
And I would say the White Sox are just about done facing Kerry Carpenter.
Ooh. Front there as he swings through it.
Filthy changeup right there. Just pulled
Doesn't
it
get
straight.
much better on the changeup than that. 1-1. Ooh,
So a foul ball
where did we
makes
go
it
wrong
1-2.
here? I honestly can't say. Just didn't barrel it up, I guess.
And a pitch. That
Ooh,
one just
tough
misses.
take. 46 pitches for Thorpe. It's not right where I'd like him to be. I mean, we've done damage off the White Sox bullpen. We'd love to get them to run through more of those guys. So the sooner we get Thorpe out of this game, probably the better. Ah, it's just a power fastball. As well as Thorpe can throw a power fastball. Wasn't expecting it. And it's a strikeout for Carp.
And we're back.
Leading
And
off
now
for
the
White
DH,
Sox, the
Austin
designated
Slater.
hitter, Austin.
2-3-4 for Chicago.
And that's in for a strike.
Greatest cutter there from Jackson Jobe.
That's
1-1.
inside.
Ball, 1 strike.
And that's trouble. Malloy trying to go back and get it, and Austin Slater all the way to the wall. Leadoff double for the White Sox, and then a bad throw and advancing to third by the cutoff.
This is why hitters work so hard on driving the
Oh
ball.
my God, a throw that didn't even need to happen. Who threw that ball? It was Trey Sweeney. Or was it? Or was it Colt Key? No, Trey Sweeney. And look at what this ball, it just sails. All the way in behind the plate for Rogers.
A lot of room out there.
Oh, what a
If you can get one
disaster.
into that open space, it usually means extra bases.
Good fastball from Joe.
He's pitching well, but not throwing a ton of first pitch strikes. Usually doesn't work.
Change
out
up
for
caught
success,
the
but
edge.
You can never predict baseball. Well, here's a good opportunity.
There is some fall off from the cutter to the fastball.
Right behind him. This is
Throw
where
a
they need
soft
to get
cutter.
going.
Fouled it off.
There, we'll do it again.
Got the desired
That wasn't an
outcome.
easy pitch to hit.
outside
it's
of
much easier to do damage
the
against
swing and a
mistakes,
miss.
But that's not what that pitch was.
Outside low.
Sweeper not
And it's
close, 1-2.
They tried to get him
Mike
to go.
Talkman, this is a
Chased
big
the
out
pitch
here.
Down and away, but he wouldn't bite.
Good backdoor cutter. Strikeout for Joe.
So here's Robert now. 1 for 1 with a single so far.
See what we can do here against Luis Robert.
And the
Ball
first
one.
pitch misses for ball 1. White Sox down to run.
Ooh, good dive.
And the count even 1-1.
This is dangerous.
And that's
Took it.
in for a strike.
Big surprise there. 1-2 on Robert.
Fights it off. He'll see another.
Swing and a foul. Wouldn't get him to chase it. It's 2-2. Ground ball fouled away again. Job and Robert in a good battle here. And he took it, strike 3. Third strikeout, Jackson Job.
All you're looking for on offense is a simple ground ball. You got a tie ball game. Not sure what he was thinking.
That is huge.
Strikeout look in is the last thing you want to see. Now you got to hope the next guy can pick you up and come through with the big 2-out hit.
Andrew Benintendi steps up.
Chance to get out of this again. Good fastball. Job's got it working now.
2 outs and a runner at third. Top half of inning number 4.
Change up, same spot.
0-2.
Perhaps not quite ready to hit. First 2 pitches by him for a couple of strikes.
Oh boy.
Now back is against the wall. He's going to have to figure
Cutter
something
leaked
out and
towards
figure
the
it out
inside
quickly.
part of the plate. We hooked that bad. Change up on the ground. Torque with a dive keeps it in front of him. Throw to first, not in time. It is 1-1.
In to score is the runner from third, and it's an RBI single. We're tied at 1.
Oh, that was a good job there just to try. It bounces off the glove. A strike away from getting out of this, and it just bounced a little bit too far away. What a pitch from Job in that spot, though. Dotted the low outside corner on Benintendi. And popped up by one. It's going to get out of play.
Ball game is still tied. They can get out of this inning with a tie game.
Cutter. That's fouled away.
Foul out of play.
5-on again. Swing and a miss. Nasty sweeper down and in.
They get a run on 2 hits,
Well,
no errors, and a man
I'm not sure if that'll go down as an earned run. I think it probably will. It's unfortunate there for Job. I mean, it doesn't happen without the errors, so I don't really know. But you see what we've done in the first 2 games of this series, and now what we've done here today against Drew Thorpe. That's why I kind of want to try and force him out of the game. Well, 3-4-5 for the Tigers here in the bottom of the 4th. In a newly tied ball game.
That one fouled off.
Found it off the catcher.
Showing great discipline at the plate, and patience definitely seems
Early
to
on
be
that
the name of their
changeup
game in
again.
this
We were
one.
getting
He's only
closer
given up
on
one
it.
run, but
Now a
the
little bit
starter's
farther
pitch count
away.
is starting to get up there, and that might be the best news yet
1-1.
for this offense.
Off the mark there.
I mean, the pitch count still is not in great shape, and he doesn't have a lot of stamina. Tough to see him really going more than 5. 2-1 here on Riley. Got Torkelson due up next, who hasn't taken a bat off his shoulder today. Walk in his first at-bat.
And that one
Wow!
inside.
Close pitch there, and he's kind of wondering.
Whoa, man.
You know, getting a feel for
3-1. How badly does he want to get back in this AB?
Really have to think about and work on from game to game. And
Ground
sometimes
ball
from
to the
bat
shortstop, Montgomery.
Over to first. 1 up, 1 down.
Love to see more than we have this series out of Riley Green. Got on top of a changeup.
Up now for the Tigers.
Tough to really complain too much about what Torque's done after his multi-homer day yesterday. Ball one again. He's still not taking a swing.
All tied up. We're here in the bottom of the fourth. Next offering is in for a strike.
That is the first strike he's seen, but they are very clearly working away from Torque. Oh, don't love that. Do not love that. That's a tough call to try and say he deserves there.
One down, base is empty.
In the air, left field. Has Torque done it again? At the wall, Benintendi leaps and it's gone. Home runs, back-to-back days for Torque. Both Tigers runs scored on the home run, and they have both been hit a mile in the air.
I wasn't sure he hit that one as hard as he needed to get it out of here, but it had just enough behind it for the homer. What an attempt at the wall, though. He really gave a terrific effort to try and bring that one back.
Next to hit, Colt Keith.
We give Jackson Jobe a lead again. That one foul. Hanging slider that time. Not a pitch he's made. Not really a pitch he's thrown all that much in general, but not one that he's made that many mistakes with.
And a sweeper misses.
Both home runs have been off the Thorpe changeup. 3 hits for the Tigers. 2 of them have left the yard now. Ground ball, first base, Vaughn. They flipped to Thorpe for some reason.
That's the second out.
2 away.
Up next for the Tigers.
2 outs, base is empty.
So we'll see Zach McKinstry.
Zach McKinstry.
0 for 1.
He grounded out in his first at bat.
Pitch number 60 here for Thorpe. Energy now into the yellow. 1-0.
That one misses, and it's 1-0.
I mean, we're able to put a runner on base here. I think we could say that we might not see Thorpe in the 5th.
2 down, nobody on.
Woo! Oh my God!
1-1.
I mean, his 2 big mistakes in this game have been on that changeup, but there are times where he just throws it outstanding.
So a foul ball makes it 1-2.
Change up to the cutter, laid on it and foul. Location outside of that mistake to Torque this inning has been fairly good for Drew Thorpe. Down and in the dirt.
2 strikes.
Bounced right around the front foot of McKinstry. Found it away. Fastball at 89. Is there anybody on this White Sox team with velocity? Like in terms of starting rotation? Full count on McKinstry with Rogers due up next. At least you know with McKinstry you're likely to keep him in the yard.
2 outs.
Fouled it off. They'll do it again.
They'll do it again.
He's mixing his pitches really well.
I mean, it's really tough to see a reason to bring Thorpe back out. Unless the White Sox just think he's their best chance. Oh, another close one that goes the way of the Tigers. The umps, the last 2 days have been a little bit favorable to us.
So ball down the line or into the gap.
2 home runs on the year.
RBI, and those are
Jake Rogers.
That is if you are the offensive side of it.
Rogers.
Hanging slider, but on the outside part of the plate. Not a great spot for Rogers to try and swing anyway, but especially with the way the wind's blowing in from right.
Up as well. That's down and in. McKinstry, the runner at first with 2 gone.
About to be 70 pitches now for Thorpe. And would you see that White Sox bullpen come to life?
Right through
Another hanger, but it's on the outside part. I mean, outside of shooting a single over there, it's not really something I'm looking for.
Pitch
2-2.
Now 2-2.
Been working us outside for the most part. Does he come back inside? Front door cutter. Oh, no, man. I will say the calls have been a little bit more split in this game than they were yesterday. Torque goes deep. Tigers lead again. It's still, I'd say, a pitcher's duel, 2-1.
Welcome back. Quite a pitcher's duel so far. Here's how the starters have performed up to this point.
Thanks for backing me up, commentary. Seven, 8, 9. Due up for the White Sox here.
Back to work.
Good cutter by Joel.
Sosa, 25 years old, and he was born in Venezuela. Next
man, oh man, is he dotted.
That's strike 2. That's a ball. Went with the sweeper.
Sweeper is just such a tough pitch to try and go for. We'll go with one of those slow cutters. Got a piece.
Back with 2 strikes.
7 did eat 9, at least in this case. A 1 and 2.
The plate.
Foul that off again. Janine Sosa's done this all series. All series. Wow.
That misses the zone. 3 balls, 2 strikes.
Huh? A perfectly timed changeup misses a foot outside the zone?
And a foul ball, he stays alive.
Go away! Another 3-2.
Foul. We'll see another payoff pitch.
I would try to go in with the fastball slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
Fouled off again.
What do we need to do? Outside of get bullpen action up, because Janine Sosa is single-handedly trying to end Jackson Job's day. Warm up Kane Lee and Herter.
Battling here.
You can't be serious! Go away! Pitch number 12. On the ground, the Colt Keith. All that, and you don't even get a hit out of it.
So it was a long battle at the plate, but they still managed to get the out.
The shortstop, Colson Montgomery.
And the batter will be the shortstop, Colson Montgomery.
Gotta imagine the notification that Job is getting tired coming any second now.
The shortstop takes the ball. The Tigers leading by a run, and we're at the top of the 5th. That one finds the zone, and it's 1-1.
Start to the year for Colson Montgomery.
Check swing, no appeal.
Almost went after
Almost
it.
got him to commit, but he held back.
Popped up on the infield for Baez. Well, still a chance here. Get through 5 with Job. Not gonna push him much farther.
For the White Sox. There's a strike.
For one, there's no reason to. Our bullpen's been fairly good.
Ball 1 there.
And 2, you know, the command just not there for Job.
Check
He
swing, and
didn't
that's a ball.
go. You can't be serious on that one. He held up. He was a mile out in front on this. That's a swing to me. I don't see how that's not strike 2. That's wild. Swing and a miss.
Threw that fastball right by him,
There have not
slightly
been many
elevated.
swings
That's a
and misses
confidence
forced
boost
by
for this
Joe.
guy out there on the mound. See if he continues to climb the ladder.
Sweeper,
Next offering is
nasty.
down low.
Misses low again. Rocket, trouble. Green on the run. He's going to have to go all the way back to Triples Alley. Green will cut it off.
And now the tying run is into scoring
And it's the
position.
top of the
Nice
order
line
now
drive
for the
to
White
side,
Sox.
batted out
Rojas
just stayed through it
is
nice
due
enough
up.
and ripped it into the outfield. Now a pretty big
We have
at-bat coming
Canley
up
and
with a chance
Herter
to even
ready.
this ball game up.
And I think it's the smartest thing to do to put Brant Herter in this game. ERA's been ugly. I don't know. I'm going to give Job a chance.
Now a chance for Josh Rojas.
No!
First pitch misses for ball 1.
Not a good time for that.
And
Wow.
he pumps it a strike.
We're honestly lucky this is not a 3-2 game. In the air, right center field. It is slicing away from Riley Green, and it is down.
The run comes in from second.
Rojas, RBI double, 2-2.
Well, here we are, third time through the order, and this is where we see the OPS jump up. Manager might have to go to the bullpen a little bit sooner than he anticipated.
Go ahead, run on base.
Fuck me, dude.
So up next for Chicago, Austin Slater.
So now, I
1 for
guess
2.
Tommy Canley against Austin Slater. This is a potential really bad matchup here.
Tommy
Number
Canley.
43.
Still pretty early in the ball game, so this bullpen has some work to
If Slater's able to get on,
might be if he
we
can
could
come
be in trouble
and
here.
get several quick outs, kind of bridge the gap that starter left for him.
And a first pitch
So
fastball.
it'll be 4
is in for a
2/3
strike.
again for Jackson Job.
Right through there for a strike.
All right, now, he may have
When he was on such a good pace through 3 innings and then back-to-back 20-plus
he's gonna have to bear
pitch
down if he's ready to
innings.
hit anything close to the zone.
Ground
On the
ball,
ground, right
Colt
side.
Keith into
And that
right
chance
field.
Gets it to
Go on to first, will end the inning, and the White Sox will not take the lead here.
2-2 game. You're dialed
An
into the
unfortunate
show.
end for Jackson Job. I wish we could have given him more run support. He was pretty damn good today.
Back now to start the bottom
Well, we'll
of the
see
fifth.
Gus
Taking over on the
Varlin.
mound. Gus Varlin.
They do put a right-hander on the mound
Trey Sweeney.
Leading up.
with 8-9-1 due up. Now, this is set up for them to put a lefty in the game if we can get Carpenter up this inning. Ball
That's
1.
inside. And that's ball 1.
Well, these
Wouldn't be
Tigers
surprised
just haven't
if
produced as
we're going to
many
be a little
competitive
late on
at-bats as I'd
our
like to
first
see in
couple
this one. They
swings.
really haven't
The
worked many
power
key
slider
counts
that I was
along
talking
the
about
bats,
earlier,
and that's fine
Varlin's
if you're
slider
having a lot
will
of
reach
success,
low
but at this
90s.
point, I think it's time to
Fastball
make an
high
adjustment.
90s. Even his changeup is in the 90s.
And that
Good
one is in
pitch.
for a strike. Good pitch.
Couple of fastballs from Varlin.
Next
Ooh,
offer
he
is
didn't get it.
downstairs.
2 balls, 1 strike.
I think it's safe to say the amount of times I've been pitching about calls that we're about even here today.
In
Wow.
there at the knees.
Good location for Varlin.
That one close, rule the ball. And it's 3-2.
Point remains true, but honestly, that was strike 4, potentially right there.
It's a leadoff walk. And that's the go-ahead run.
I'll take that.
Here's Baez. And he's already singled in this game.
Holy shit. And especially with the amount of times that we got boned against LA and Seattle, it's good to be on the good end of those. Gus Varland, though, threw 5 strikes in that AB. Missed calls on 2 of them.
That one missed.
Really, 3 of them.
No strikes.
Runner at first with no outs here.
For sure, too. And Baez to right field.
Nice hit right there.
Top of the order, Malloy due up now. That's exactly what I wanted to do, too. A little bit of a funny way to hit a base hit to right field. But it works out. I didn't want to do it on that pitch. It's not really the way I drew it up, but we'll take that. Justin Henry Malloy is 0 for 2.
And now Justin Henry
Ball 1.
Malloy. And that one upstairs.
And Gus Varland has a
First
mess
and
on his
second,
hands.
No outs. Last half of inning number 5. That's
Nasty.
in there. And 1-1.
Well, it looks like he's wanting to work the upper part of the strike zone. What does that mean? Top hand
4
better be
hits
working
now
for
for the
hitters.
Tigers.
Adjust that side a little bit. Give yourself a chance to hit.
Outside
Lynched
low.
at it.
2-1.
2-1.
Right here, a couple runners on. 2-ball count.
You got to imagine we're going to see something pretty good to hit here at some point. Especially down 2-1, and maybe even if this goes to 3-1. You do not want the bases loaded for Carpenter. 3-1. Get ready.
Sweeney, the lead runner out at second. Baez on at first with nobody out.
2 fastballs, 2 sliders.
Fouls
Good
away,
fastball,
and now
I'd
3
say.
and
I mean,
2.
it's still located really competitively.
Tied him up a little bit. Slightly up, slightly in.
Not sure what's going to happen. He tries to throw it there again.
Got him
Slider
looking.
tied
And
me
that
up,
is a big
and there
first
was
out.
just nothing.
Kerry Carpenter
Nothing
digs
that
in
I was
now.
gonna do there.
He's already homered in this game.
So they are going to pitch to Carpenter. He keeps up on this pace. I think we're going to start to see Carpenter earn some intentional walks. Ball
Pitch
1.
misses inside. 1-0.
Could be due
He's
for
great hitting the ball
an
the other way, and
unintentional
that pitch did a good
intentional
job
walk.
to straighten
Although you
him
do
up a
have
bit.
Riley
Mission
Green
accomplished.
threatening behind. Good
And that
for a
one
strike.
flips the corner.
This has been a well-pitched
First
inning
and
for Gus
second with
Varland.
1 gone.
He only finally got a result. Inside,
Missed with a
2-1.
changeup. 2 balls and a strike.
He's looking for a ground ball to get a double.
I mean, I'm just
play.
waiting for
Out
something
of his
to
jam.
be over the middle of the plate, and I haven't seen anything.
2 on, 1 out. Chopper rolls
That's a
foul.
good pitch. It's change up, down and in.
Elevate here with 2 strikes out of the zone.
Could be due for some gas up top. The commentary could be right.
Next
Dead.
misses.
Full
3-2
count.
down.
Definitely got the hitter conscious of the pitch inside. Really think the outer half
I
is
mean,
open.
if Carp sees a better pitch to hit 3-2 than Malloy, watch out.
3-2 now. And they're
Up
rolling.
high, ball 4. What a take from Carp.
Take on the full count, but I guess he saw it.
It'll be Riley Green.
It's a really nice plate appearance.
So bases loaded with 1 away. Riley Green, the next to hit. 0 for 2 in this one.
Riley 0 for 2.
First pitch
Inside.
outside the zone.
What's a good pitch there?
1-0.
Pressure situation for Gus Varland.
Up and in.
And the way he's living around the edges, I'm not sure if I'd really want to do that in this spot.
You jog back to the dugout.
Swing and a miss,
It's just
strike 1.
disgusting.
I got a ball, 1
We got a
strike.
swing and a miss with Carpenter and a swing and a miss with Green on that changeup down and in, and we even timed it well.
Oh,
Missed?
get the
Oh my
call.
goodness.
And a
Gus
good
Varland is getting
Situations
boned
like
by the
these,
umpire
air
this
can
inning.
get really thin up there at the plate. Got to find a way to breathe.
Third
and
or
slow
fourth
everything
missed
down.
call.
Close one, doesn't get the call. They're down 3-1.
2 walks in the inning already, and he just doesn't seem comfortable.
Dude, thank you, San Diego Studios. Thank you, MLB The Show. I shouldn't say that before we score runs. Wow.
And a run comes in to score.
The second walk of the inning for Gus Varland, and the second one of the inning that he should have had at least 4 strikes in the AB. Here's Torque.
And fouled off.
Pulled the trigger slightly late.
Look out.
Torque already with a home run today. And we don't need a homer here. We just need a big hit to get a lead bigger than just 1 run. Ground ball, base hit right field. We're going to try and score 2. It's a dot from right field. And Carpenter is out. What a throw from Michael Talkman.
Excellent slide. Made the catcher work to get out there and put down the tag. The throw was on the money, and that's what made the difference. Big time play to cut down a run.
And next to hit for Detroit, Heath has grounded out a couple of times.
Well, we have extended it to a 2-run game.
That one is
Ball
upstairs.
1 here to Colt Keith.
Counts 1-0.
But with the amount of help that we've gotten from the umpire this inning, you would love to have done more damage. Still can, but man, oh man. Rather Colt Keith, sorry. Not Zach McKinstry. Ripped 1 foul. And Varland just doesn't have much left. That fastball coming across the 94 down near his lower end. And Keith skies it. Good fastball to hit. And the inning will end. But the Tigers scored 2.
We're through 5. Tigers 4 and the White Sox 2.
Double up the White Sox for the time being. Jesus.
And welcome back to the ballpark.
I'm not certain I've ever received that much help in an inning. I'm going to try and get through this here with Tommy Canely. 6th inning. We saw some good stuff yesterday out of Brennan Hanafy. And to be honest, I wouldn't be opposed to trying to use him again. Oh, boy. Well, it's popped up in foul territory. Talkman. Big play to keep this game only at a 2-run Tiger lead, but not helping his team out there. Here's Robert.
That one outside. And that's
not somebody we want to make a big mistake to.
And we're the top half of the 6th.
Ooh.
Strike. Good late sink on that.
It's going to be the first sinker that Robert saw today.
Time gets in the hitting zone.
Oh, boy.
The barrel to it.
On the ground.
Dive from Colt Keith. It ain't going to matter. Robert on for the 2nd time here today.
Let that pitch get pretty deep on him, so I think he was looking to go the other way.
Changeup caught the inside edge.
Though, so a good adjustment to shoot it back up the middle.
Runner on the move. Throw from Rogers, not in time, bobbled by Sweeney. Anyway, what a jump from Luis Robert.
Robert over at second.
That was a good pitch just below the zone on Benintendi. 2-0. Oh, boy.
And now 2-0.
Not a bad time for a mound visit to get Hanafy fully ready. 3-0.
That's outside.
I mean, I guess we got the base open, but not really in the business of putting base runners on.
At 96, that pitch is in for a strike. Runner at second here, 1 gone.
Ground ball, Sweeney got it, and the throw to first is in time. Oh, the range from Trey Sweeney on that play. Robert advances to third. He had started to move back. I'm not really sure what the plan was there, but man, that right side, left side of the infield rather, has been playing great today. Slider will just miss to Vaughn.
2 outs and 1 in scoring position.
Nope, outside.
He hasn't wanted a challenge.
We do have, I want to say, Lenine Sosa due up next, who is a tough out.
And it's fouled off.
Watch out. Slider fouled away. Vaughn left the zone for that one. Canley, swing and a miss! White Sox strand a runner on third. Big 4 outs recorded by Tommy Canley.
Now pitching for the
Back
White
now
Sox.
for the bottom of the 6th, and there's a new pitcher on the mound, Jared Schuster.
Now, given that this game is closer than what the White Sox are accustomed to so far here in this series,
And now the right fielder, Zach McKinstry.
they are giving us their best. And I'd love to step out here, and we will. Now, McKinstry is in right field. So we are going to put in Andy Ibanez. We're going to have to move him somewhere other than right, but I mean, the White Sox continue to make that move first. We haven't pitch hit Andy Ibanez once when we knew that he wasn't going to face a lefty.
This one popped up.
Well, much different result than what we've gotten out of Andy off the bench in recent times. Pretty good fastball to swing out, especially with the timing we put on it. But just popped up. Now, this is around about a time yesterday where Jake Rogers really got going up against lefties.
First pitch misses. Movement for the White Sox in their bullpen.
Certainly not the contact we are accustomed to seeing against a left-hander
also
for Andy Ibanez.
1 down, base is empty.
2-0 on Rogers.
2-0. Struggled a little bit in this one. Couple of strikeouts earlier, but doing a much better job in this at-bat to get ahead and find a good hitter's count at 2-0.
3-0. Got Trey Sweeney due up next. I don't really know if we have a bat that would make sense to put in for him. Ooh. 3-1, a big swing there for Rogers, and timed up fairly well. Don't hang a changeup. Well, it wasn't a changeup. Looking at the wrong pitch, Rogers sends it to right, and Mike Tauchman's there.
Now batting.
Certainly didn't expect him to double down there on the fastball, come a little bit farther inside. So we can actually make this work here with Manuel Margot. 75 contact. We can swap Margot and Ibanez positions, and it's going to be okay.
So now a pinch hitter, Manuel Margot.
Manuel Margot hasn't seen a lot of action since we've come home for the first time this year. Still looking for his first home run, but has been a big part of our offense. We contact to center. Story of the inning.
Robert makes the grab, and that is the third.
Couple of good hittable pitches there, mainly to Ibanez and Margot off the bench. And I mean, I guess that's a little bit more what you'd expect out of a pinch hitter, not necessarily what we've gotten so far this series. So we will swap Margot and Ibanez, and we will be okay.
Back here in Detroit, now it's the second baseman, Lenny Sosa.
We will go to the pen. Maybe we won't. I think we try and get an out here with Tommy Canley before we bring in Brant Herter. So something tells me that Brennan Hannafy is not going to see any time today. Is it really worth sitting him down, though? Probably not. Swing and a miss.
There's the slider. And it's 0-1.
Sosa has just been tough all series. Changeup will miss from Canely.
And that
2-1.
misses. And a count 2-1.
Need to find a strike here. I hate that so much, dude. What is it with the perfect time pitches that miss so terribly? Rocket foul from Sosa. Need to dot a changeup. Didn't. Ibanez! Oh, what a play! Oh, man! About killed himself, about killed me there. I got into the left side of the infield no matter who's over there today.
Colson Montgomery.
I about died. Oh, man, I've had to scream so many times. Home runs, great defensive plays. We about gave up there. So with 3 left-handers due up, the obvious move is Brant Hurter.
Tommy Canely won't go any further. 2-run
Been a bit of a rough start. Inconsistent start for Hurter. We'll see what he can do here today.
Now pitching for
New
the
pitcher for the
Tigers.
Tigers, Brant Hurter.
These are the spots relievers really make a name for themselves. Late and
The results for Brant Hurter are honestly pretty bizarre. Look at the average that left-handers have against him. A guy who can locate.
And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter.
Primarily. Not there. But for the most part, yes, he can.
And
Oh,
that's
what a
in there
sweeper.
at the knees.
no need to offer that pitch until you get to 2 strikes. It's just a low percentage of success.
0-2.
You want to try to go after that down and away pitch.
On the ground, Baez. That sign of the infield has been just undefeated today.
If you want to be a great defense, you have to
Been
deliver
outstanding.
consistently.
Here
It doesn't
is
matter how
Matt
many highlight reel
Theis.
plays you make if you can't execute the small stuff, just like we saw.
Theis in the box with 2 gone, and takes a look at a called strike.
Woo!
He's down 0-2 as he
I don't know what he
slides
was.
through it.
I don't know what he was hoping for.
You're expecting up there as a hitter when you know the guy's
0-2.
got a good sinker ball. If he can get in that location,
Fouled it off.
boy, you've got to look top to bottom, and that's going to make it
Felt like he
very
was just
difficult to
about
hit.
on that, and he was. I think Hurter could actually throw this elevated sinker. Oh, and he did! Oh, an unlocked weapon there for Brant Hurter.
Tigers 4 and the White
Ties
Sox
up
2.
Theis. Stretch time in this finale.
Now pitching for
So they bring on the veteran.
So we'll see Justin Anderson, right-hander,
So they're looking for quality pitches out of him
to,
right here.
oddly
Gotta do
enough,
his best to keep
face
the score
Baez,
where it is.
Malloy, and Carpenter. Strange choice.
Baez leading things off and takes a
So
strike.
some faith being placed in Justin Anderson. Will Vest is not a great matchup choice, but we're going to go with our setup man. I think regardless, I think officially we can sit down, at least for the moment, Brennan Hanafy. That was the first pitch sinker from Anderson. Good velo, really all across the board. Baez,
Ripped to short.
his fellow shortstop. Not today, but in
Goes
general.
across the diamond.
Colson
Baez
Montgomery,
gone
one
to
away.
play.
Fastball groove right down the middle. Usually a lot of damage.
Never going to complain if Javi is going to hit
Wanted to
something
get that ball in the air, maybe drive it into the gap.
triple digits off the bat.
Justin Henry Malloy.
Let's see if we can get Malloy
in
one.
this one.
Tough luck. Really tough luck.
And
Good
that's in
first
there
pitch
at the
fastball,
knees.
down and away. I think the White Sox are just trying to break out their big guns. I mean, looking at an 0-8 record, they really haven't been in many games. And especially not in this series. I mean, they were in the opener for about half of it. but then really not anything the rest of the way.
Just
2-1 on Justin Henry Malloy. You never come and sit up here midstream. What are you doing? I know I was gone all day. Jesus. Ground ball. Diving play by Vaughn. A flip. They got Malloy, and the tough luck continues.
This is what it's all about on that right side of the diamond when you've got the first baseman involved.
Diving play, Andrew Vaughn, who has played a spectacular first base today.
Exactly where he's supposed to be. Nice feed and a nice break for the out.
And I mean, he flipped this so high in the air.
Next is the designated hitter, Kerry Carpenter. He had a big swing for these guys way back in the first inning.
Yeah, Boogie didn't waste any
Well, we'll
time
see if
in
Carp
this
can do
one.
it
Solo
potentially.
shot. Really got his team going, and he's looking for
One more
right
time.
here.
I actually wanted to take a look at that. Not because I thought he was safe, but to see how close it really was.
In there for a strike at the
It's a
top of
good
the
first
zone.
pitch strike from Anderson up and in to Carpenter.
And that
Ooh.
one a little below the knees.
That's a really good
And the count
pitch.
is 1-1.
From Anderson, trying to get us to
Here's the
chase
bottom of
there.
the 7th.
1-1. That's, yep. Just froze us. That's okay. Now, he could be setting us up for a cutter, trying to get us to be late on that.
Not close with that one. It's 2-2.
Last couple pitches away here to Carp. Ground ball and a bit. No, maybe not. Colson Montgomery, but it's dropped. The ruling is in error.
Most of the time, first baseman make those
I am.
picks in the dirt look pretty
That
easy,
one's a
but
tough
that was
tough
on his
one.
backhand side right there. He got
Especially
it.
at home, you'd love to see those rule the base hit. That ball was a rocket, and Montgomery laid out for it, but he didn't have to rush that throw, so I do understand it. So Carpenter on base extends the inning. Here's Riley Green. And weak contact from Riley. It's just bad. That kind of series. Especially the last two games for Riley Green.
For Detroit, as they can't add to their 4-2 lead.
4-2 lead. Will Vest headed to the mound for Detroit.
All set for the start of the inning. And here is Josh Rojas.
Let's see the matchup here.
Rojas.
I think we're going to try and get Rojas with Herder.
Herder back to work. Herder,
Oh, wow.
tall lefty, 250 pounds, and he was drafted in the 7th round in 2021. That
Good
catches the
fastball
corner.
on the edge. A 1-1. Oh, boy.
This one in the air, right
Out and
field.
right, Manuel Margot.
Settles under it, hauls it in, and there's one away.
One away, and that will end Herder's outing.
The batter, the
Austin
designated hitter.
Slater
We'll go
steps
the
to
rest
plate
of
for the White Sox. One
this
for 3. Here comes
eighth
the
with
skipper,
Will
and you're gonna
Vest.
see a pitching change in this spot.
But great to see good stuff out of Brant Herder. I mean, we're starting as the season is going along to get more trust in certain members of the bullpen.
Number 19.
Will Vest, Riley Green, gonna have to just cut that
And
off.
there's a hit. And that'll
First
bring the
pitch to
tying run
Austin
to the
Slater.
plate.
And he just takes it right back up the box.
Here's Mike Tauchman.
Just missed a little bit.
Now this team is
Change up
definitely
in
looking
from
for
Vest.
a big swing of the bat right here. Try to close that gap, but you know, at the very least, if you could find a way to manufacture that run from first, it feels like it's really
Not what you want,
important to get back into
obviously.
this ballgame.
The tying run at the plate.
Fouled off.
And that one fouled off.
With 2 strikes, may see some movement over there at
Backdoor
first base,
slider.
trying to stay out of the double play right here.
Nope.
That's off the mark. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
I think we can try the slider again. Now that he's seen that sinker, time that up well. Got it on the outside part of the play. The pitch has been money no matter who's been throwing it lately.
Just enough of it to get the call. And tell you what, as a hitter, it starts out of the zone.
Backdoor slider, backdoor cutter.
Just have to tip your cap.
MLB The Show 24. Those were pitches that you couldn't throw. Oh boy. Into center, and we're going to luck out on that. Mistake slider. We head to the bottom of the 8th.
And that's the 3rd out.
For the moment, this is set up for Tyler Holton. See if the Tigers can add on any more. Torque, Keith, and Ibanez.
Now pitching for the White Sox.
New pitcher on the mound as we roll.
Shane Smith on for Chicago, so another solid reliever thrown out of this pen by Chicago. They're in this game and they want it bad. They want to give themselves the best opportunity.
First off,
1-0 on Torque.
For ball 1.
Torque is 2 for 2 with a walk. Rocket into the netting. He's got a 2-seamer. And we just saw it there. We get the 4-seamer in that spot. Time it up like that. It's 5-2. And a weak ground ball. A dive. Montgomery's throw. A retired Torque. For the first time today. Pretty bizarre diving play there from Rojas. Didn't have much of a chance. We just rolled over on that slider down and away. It's a good pitch from Shane Smith. Wow.
Call the ball. Ball 1.
Good spot.
I mean, it's a good time right after a call like that to bring up. The Tigers took the lead in an inning where they got a lot of help from the umpires here today.
Base is empty.
But again, we did get boned for really 7 straight games by the umps. Colt Keith right to Montgomery. That's a bad player to hit a ball right to, and there are 2 away, and I just realized that we did not warm up Tyler Holton. So if Andy Ibanez can find a way to get on, that would mean the world to us. At least have an at-bat here.
That's in there.
To the best of his ability. Cutter down and in. 0-1.
Ball 1.
Well, the ump could help out too, I suppose. We will call time here. Well, I was going to say schedule Holton to pitch. I'm actually not going to do that. Because we might need a mound visit at the start of the 9th. 2-1 on Andy.
1 strike.
I feel like I've got enough energy in me to do Red Wings tonight. Really probably shouldn't, but...
That clips the corner.
2 balls.
2 and 2, everything inside in a line to Andy Ibanez. Wow.
3 up, 3 down.
That's disgusting.
Tigers are shut down there.
Well, it might require a mound visit, but hopefully we're able to get Tyler Holton warmed up on the mound to close this one out. Tigers by 2.
And we're back.
Leading off
All
for the
set
White
to
Sox,
start the
the
9th
left
in this
fielder
one.
for
Now the left
23,
fielder, Andrew Benintendi.
I don't know if it actually does anything, but I tell myself calling time actually screws with the pitcher's rhythm. I'm not sure it does anything either. And this is a little bit scary.
On to try and close it out.
Now, granted, we do have auto warm-up pitchers on, so in theory, they do still get those 8 pitches there to get themselves the rest of the way. Here's Benintendi.
Right through there.
Caught her in from Tyler Holton. He is 1 for 1 in save opportunities this year.
Close, but called a ball. And that is
We see a little bit of payback there from the umps.
And it feels like he got squeezed on the outside corner, so
2-1.
Case. You got to be careful to pick your spots in terms of showing
Do
your
not.
frustration with the umpire. And
Do not want to put
time.
the tying run at the plate.
Next
Cotter,
offering is in
disgusting
for a
front
strike.
door. And the 2-2. Swing and a miss!
And a strikeout for the first.
Sweeper way outside the zone, but it's too disgusting
Steps to the plate for the White Sox.
for Benintendi to do much with it. Sinker,
Just
timed it
missed.
perfect, missed low, even with Holton's location. Chop foul. The one thing I wish Holton could do a little bit better would be velocity. Change up, fouled off. This sweeper's so disgusting. On the ground to
Ball on the right
Torkelson.
side.
White
Takes it
Sox
out.
down to their final out.
That's a huge defensive
Tigers
play in
already
the late stages
guaranteed
of the
their
game.
first
It
series
might not be
win
the
of the
most
year.
challenging we've seen today, but
Looking
it
to
needed be
do,
made.
you know,
That's
exactly
helping
what
your
we
team.
should be doing, and
So
that
they're
is
down to their final
sweeping
out. Lenny
the
and
Chicago
Sosa
White Sox.
digs in now.
Lenny
There's the strike.
Sosa. And the toughest out of this series. And in the air to left.
Field down the
And
line.
we're not done
And
yet.
they'll get down for
Malloy
him.
will cut it
So he
off.
gets on base
So
and
it
keeps
is a
going.
decently long
Late
single.
jump, and I think that was the difference on the play, Boo.
And
It's
now it'll be
always
Colson
easy seeing the
Montgomery,
ball
so
off the
much
bat.
better
Something
matchup.
to improve.
Colson
So digging
Montgomery.
in, Colson Montgomery.
Ugh. On the ground to Baez. Throw on to first, and the Tigers
And the Tigers
complete the sweep here in our home opening series.
And you continue playing at home. Everything feels
Man,
good
can't-
right now. This is the type of run that
Can't
you can put
say it
together
enough.
a
We
nice,
needed
long
that.
winning streak. We'll see if they're able to do it.
One win in 6 games to start the year. This was a big one. Tommy Canley earns the win. Gus Varland, probably an undeserved loss. Tyler Holton save number 2. Start a 3-game set with the Yankees tomorrow.